Yeah, good evening, friends. In this class, we take up some quiz questions on data types. In previous videos, we have seen different data types and we calculated range of values for different data types. If you are watching this video directly, I suggest you to watch my previous videos on data types, range of values calculation. There are two videos and please watch those two videos. Then you can able to solve these quiz questions and you can understand the solutions of these quiz questions easily. Right? The question one, we'll take up first question. Neelam wants to share her code with a colleague who may modify it. Thus, she wants to include the date of the program creation, the author, and other information with the program. So, what component should she use? The options are A, header file, B, iteration, C, comments, and D, preprocessor. Your friends, post your answer in chat box. Which one is correct? Read the question properly and post your answers in the chat box. Yes, Uday Bhaskar comments. Okay, Abhinav said comments. Okay, right. Next, Kavya. I think Kavya also given comments. C correct. Okay. Next, what about others? Comments. L Sahu given comments. Gautami also comments. C. Okay, right. So comments is the correct answer, C. Okay, so that means whenever you want to include a author name and a description about the program and date of program creation. Okay, so these can be included with the help of a comments in the program. Okay, right, good. Next, what is the output of the following code? Second question will take up. Just read the question. The compiler saves the first integer at the memory location 4165 and the rest at consecutive memory spaces in order of declaration. Integer is 1 byte long. Now these are the declarations and there is one print statement. And what is the output from this code fragment? Okay, so one integer. See, he has given generalized declarations and statements here. Okay, these are not related to any programming language. Okay, so they are concept based. So integer a is integer variable. Don't worry about syntax and all those things. Just try to understand the concept from these statements. Okay, so there are two pointer variables C and D. A is assigned with 30 and C is assigned the address of A. Okay, so then D is assigned C. Then A is incremented by 10 or A is added with a 10. Then is printing say print star C. So what output we will get from this? A 30, B 40, C 4165 and D 4166. Yes. Yeah, I got one answer. Shashikant Karna 30. Okay, so option A is selected. What about others? Yeah, try to analyze the statements. C 4165. Kavya given C. Okay, so you should go with memory diagrams, then you can easily, Abhinash also going with C, option C. Others not able to find the answer. El Sahu also 4165. Right. Okay. So let us discuss. Let us see which one is the correct answer. Okay. Right. So now what I do is I draw the memory diagrams so that it would be easy to you to understand the concepts. Okay. So integer A. Okay. So for A, memory is allocated. Yes or no? Okay. So 4 bytes of memory is allocated for A this way. Okay. So assume this is the variable A. Okay, then there are two other variables, pointer C and D. Okay, so we have two pointers C and D. So this is pointer C and this is pointer D. So what is pointer? Pointer is a variable which stores address of another variable. Okay, so this is pointer D. Then A is assigned 30. So then 30 will be stored in A. What is the value stored in A? A contains the value 30. Okay, so 30 will be stored in A. Okay, right? So then C is equal to address of A. Okay, so and he has given here the compiler saves the first integer at memory location. What is the first integer? A. A address is 31 41 65. Okay, so the memory address of this one is 41 65. The address of the A is 41 65. Okay, so A is stored at address 41 65. Then A contains the value 30 here. Okay, then when we say C is equal to address of A, address of A is how much? 41 65. That 41 65 will be stored in a C. Okay, so 41 65 will be stored in a C. When C contains the address of A, now we can see C is a pointer. We can say that this C is pointing to A. We can say that C is pointing to A. Now C is now pointing to A. C is now pointing to A. Okay. Then say D is equal to C. D is equal to C. Please remember C means whenever we say A, the value present in the box is accessed. Yes or no? Similarly here, even though C is a pointer, whenever we say C, the value present in this box will be accessed. Okay, that value will be assigned to D. So what is the value in the box of C? 4165. So the same 4165 will be stored in a D. Okay, so 4165 is what? It is nothing but address of A. It is nothing but address of A. Since D also contains address of A, now we can also say that D is also pointing to A. D is also pointing to A. Okay, so then we say A is equal to A plus 10. So directly we are accessing this by using the name A. Okay, so whenever we access A, it is nothing but 30. Okay, so now you are adding 10 to that 30. Okay, so that means A value now will become 40. So 30 plus 10, that means A value becomes a 40. Okay, now see this statement, print star C. Print star C. Okay, so whenever you say star C, the meaning of this star C is, this star is called indirection operator. Okay, so its meaning is value at address present in C. The meaning of a star can be interpreted like this: value at address operator. You can also call it as value at address operator. value at address. Star C means value at address in C. What is the address in C? 4165. So what is there in 4165? What is the value present in 4165? That is nothing but the value 40. Okay, so then whenever you say print star C, okay, so then 40 is printed on the screen. 40 is printed on the screen. Okay, so which is the correct option now? B is the correct answer. Okay, so B is the correct answer. How many of you given this? CC30. Okay, so none of you given this correct answer. This is how you can interpret these statements. If you draw the memory diagrams quickly, then you can easily get the values for this. Is it okay? Any doubts? Is it clear? Okay, so this star is called a value at address operator. You can call this star as value at address operator. Okay, right? So one, yes, what is the doubt? Clear, right? So answer is 40, right? We'll move on to next question. Right. So next, a data type is stored as a 6-bit signed integer. Which of the following cannot be represented by this data type? Yes, A is -12, B is 6, C is 18, D is 32. So which is the correct option? I am using 6-bit for my data type, signed integer type here. Okay, so which of these following numbers cannot be represented by using that 6-bit signed integer type? Yes, what is the answer? Anyone got answer? Just post your options in the chat box. Data types, range of values, calculation videos. If you have watched those videos, okay, so then easily you can answer this question. Okay, so one answer I got D32 from Uday Bhaskar. Kavya also said D. Shashikant said A. Shashikant Karna said A. Kavya D and Uday Bhaskar. Next to who other? Gautami. Option D. Yes. So one more option from Sahu, 32. Right? Right? Yes. So in previous video, we said that when we have 6-bit signed integer type, 6-bit signed type. Okay. So when we have 6-bit signed type, we said that 1 bit is used for a sign. Yes or no? 1 bit is used for a sign, for representing the sign. So remaining how many bits are available? 5 bits are available for storing the number. To store the number, we have 5 bits are available. Okay, so then the range of values, what is the formula we have given? Okay, so it is nothing but minus of 2 power 5. minus of 2 power 5 to positive side plus 2 power 5 plus 2 power 5 minus 1. Okay, so if you find out the values of these, minus 2 power 5 is nothing but minus 32. Minus 32 to positive side plus 2 power 5 is 32 minus 1 means plus 31. Okay, so these are the range of values that can be represented by using this 6-bit signed type. Okay, so minus 12 is there in this range. Yes, it is there. 6 is there in this range. Yes, 18 is there. Yes, 18 is there. 32 is there plus 32. No. Okay, so that's why option D is correct answer. Option D is correct answer. Okay, right, very good. Okay, so still if you are unable to follow these, how we arrived at this formula, okay, so please go through the videos on data types, range of values calculation videos. There are 2 videos. Please watch those videos, then you will understand how we can arrive at these formulas. Okay, right. Next, a language has 28 different letters in total. Each word in the language is composed of maximum 7 letters. You want to create a data type to store a word of this language. You decide to store the word as an array of letters. So how many bytes will you assign to the data type to be able to store all kinds of words of the language? All kinds of the words of the language. Read the question once again, pause the video and read the question once again. And which option is correct? Just post your option in the chat box. Yes. Yeah, got. Yes, for previous question, Shashikant Karna has given, if it is unsigned, then its answer is A, right? So in unsigned, we cannot store negative numbers. Okay, so answer A will become correct answer in such case, right? Correct. Now, what is the answer for this question? Yes, got the messages getting. Yes, 28 A option. Kavya has given A and Shashikant 28. 28. What about others? What about others? Kirti, you are not sending any messages. Then Nirupama Sahu. Hmm? Right. Now see here, 28 letters are there in the language. And you are constructing word of this language with a maximum of 7 letters. It may be, word may be 6 letters, 5 letters, 4 letters, 2 letters. Okay, but maximum letters in the word formed from these 28 letters. Any of from any these 28 letters, you select any 7 letters and that forms a word. Okay, like this only word with 7 letters, maximum 7 letters are formed. Okay, so you want to create a data types to store a word of this language. Okay, so now you decided to store as an array of letters. Word you want to store as an array of letters. Okay, so how many bytes will you assign to the data type if you want to store? Now, what is the size of a word here? 7 letters. Yes or no? What is the size of each word that you are going to store? It is nothing but only maximum of 7 letters. Yes or no? And these 7 letters you want to store as an array. Okay. So then this is first letter. Okay. Second letter will come here. Third letter will come here. Okay. Fourth letter will be in 3. Fifth letter will be here. Sixth letter will be here. Then seventh letter, last letter will be here. Okay. So 7 letters. To store 7 letters. Okay. So you can allocate 7 bytes. Yes or no? You can allocate 7 bytes. For storing one letter, one character, 1 byte is necessary. Now, each of your word is 7 bytes, 7 letters, no? So 7 bytes of memory can be allocated. Okay, so he has not given any specific language. This is irrespective of any language. Please, okay, had it been C language, then you need an extra space to store the /0 character. Okay, had it been C language or C++, then you need an extra space to store /0 character. Okay, but here it is not a bit. Your language may directly store 7 letters, may be possible. Okay, it is not compulsory that you should store /0 at the end. So since 8 is not given here, had it been given 8, definitely we would have selected 8. But here 7 is the correct answer. Okay, because 7 letters, 7 bytes you are going to allocate for that data type. Okay, so option 7 is correct. A option is correct. Clear? Right, each character will take 1 byte, no? So for 7 characters, 7 bytes. That's it. Right. So next, a 10-bit unsigned integer has the following range: A, B, C, D. Which one is correct option? Now my integer is 10-bit integer, unsigned type. Okay, so what are the range of values for my 10-bit unsigned integer? Yes, got one answer from Kavya C. Option C. C, option C. Okay, so right. Nirupama also option C. L Sahu is also given option C. Gautami C. Kavya also given C. Next, Abhinash also given the option C. Okay, right. So if many of you are going with C, hope it is correct. Okay, so let us see. So when you have 10-bit unsigned integer, okay, so what are the range of values for unsigned? We use all the 10 bits for storing the number. Yes or no? We use all the 10 bits for storing the number. Okay, so then the range of values will vary from 0 to what is the formula? 2 power of 10. 0 to 2 power of 10 minus 1. Okay, so it is nothing but 2 power 10 value is 1024. Okay, so 1024 minus 1 means 1023. You should remember these values: 2 power 10 value, 2 power 20 value. Okay, so these values you should remember. So 0 to 23, option C is correct. Right, you are correct. Okay, right. Next. Now, next question, sixth question. Parul takes as input two numbers, A and B. A and B can take integer values between 0 and 255. She stores A, B, and C as 1 byte data type. These ABC are stored as 1 byte data type. She writes the following code statement to process A and B and put the result in C. Okay, so this is the statement she performed. C is equal to A plus 2 star B. Okay, so to her surprise, her program gives the right output with some input values of A and B, while gives an erroneous answer for others. For which of the following inputs will it give a wrong answer? Will it give a wrong answer? Okay, so for which of the following numbers you will get a wrong answer? A, option A, B, C, D. Yes. Read the question properly, understand the concept, then post your answer. So I'm getting the answer from Uday Bhaskar B, Abhinash C, Nirupama C. These are previous answers. Huh? L Sahu B. L Sahu given answer B, right? What about others? Only 2 members. Right? Okay. C is equals to A plus 2 star B. A plus 2 star B. Any other? Kavya has given B. Right. Okay. So what she is doing here? She is using 1 byte data type. 1 byte data type. Okay. So this 1 byte can take integer values from 0 to 255. Okay. So when it is 0 to 255, that means it is starting from 0 means what type of these variables are unsigned type. Okay. So these A and B variables are of type unsigned type. Okay. When A and B are unsigned type, even C is also 1 byte data type means C is also unsigned type. Okay. So now you calculate the result of this. Okay. So when you substitute A value and B values from option A. Okay. So what you will get here? C is equals to, just let me, yeah. So for option A, what I will get here? Okay. So it is nothing but 200 plus 2 star B, 2 star B, 2 into 10. Okay. So 2 into 10 is nothing but 2 into 10, 20. Okay. So then what is the result I am getting here? 220. I'm getting the result as 220, which is below 255. Okay. So option B, you take C is equals to A. A is nothing but 10 here. Okay. So 10 plus 2 star B. B is 200. So it becomes 400. 200 into 2, 400. So then the result will become 410. Okay. So 410, which is beyond 255. Okay. So there is a possibility for B. Okay. So let us check C and D also. C is 50. 50 plus 200. 250 within the range. D option 100 plus 100. Okay. 200. This is also within the range. Okay. So that means only option B is beyond the range. Okay. So that means for option B, you will get wrong output. Okay. So correct. Your option B is correct. Exactly. Okay. Right. Everyone correct. Right. Now, question 7 will take first, which is used to convert source code to target language. A linker, B loader, C compiler, D executor. Yes. Option C compiler. Kavya, Uday Bhaskar. Yes. Question number 7, compiler. Okay, right. C is correct answer. Compiler is the correct answer. Now, what about linker and loader? What they will do? Okay, so linker will link your source code with a library. Okay, because you are going to include some header files, no? Those header files are definitions are present in a C library. Okay, so your source program must be linked with that C library. Who will do that? Linker will link our source code with a C library. Then what loader will do? Loader, after getting the executable code, it loads our executable code in some part of the memory. Okay, so then executor will start executing that code from that memory. Okay, right. Next, question number 8. We'll move on to question number 8. Chetricha wants to store a list of binary data. Which of the following data types should see use? Boolean, integer, character, all. Yes, all. Why all? Kavya, just post your reason. So L Sahu Boolean. Gautami A, option A. Okay. Yeah, Abhinash also A. Shrikant, Shashikant also given A, option A. Okay, right. Option A is correct because binary data means you want to store true false values. Okay. True false values you want to store. Okay, so then the better option is going for a Boolean data type. Okay, right. Which of the following options is an exception to being a part of composite data types? Composite data types. Part of a composite data types. Yeah, which one is an exception to being a part of composite data types? Part of composite data types. Yeah, got some answers. Yes, Kavya has given option D. Okay, Abhinash C. Can't you use arrays in some data types? Can't you use arrays in derived data types, Avinash? Be keen. You should observe the answers very keenly. Okay. When you know the concept and if you do mistakes, you lose marks. So option D, Gautami given, Sahu also given option D. Okay. So option D is correct because union, you can declare union as a member of a structure. Okay. Similarly, a structure can be a member of another structure or it can be a member of union, and arrays you can define inside the structure or inside the union. You can also use these arrays. Okay, but stacks we cannot use because stacks are application of arrays. Okay, so better option is D here. Okay, so option D is correct in this case. Right. So